All right, so we are now live on Facebook. So namaste to our Facebook family and all of you that are here on the Zoom call. First thing I want to mention is that for anybody who would be interested in participating in an anchoring light transmission meditation, which has been going on every Monday without fail for over 14 years. I can't even believe I'm saying that over 14 years every Monday without fail. Obviously, there's a reason for that. We do work with the ascended realms of light, the ascended masters. We work with extra and ultra terrestrials of light, all known as the Ami Shaddai, the family of light. And we are the ones here in the body wraps. We are the boots on the ground, but we are not alone. And if anybody's interested, I know a lot of people are new and have been coming on board in the anchoring light transmission. It's easy to do. Simply scroll down on our Facebook page and you will see the anchoring light transmission meditation with Baba Sharon. That's my spiritual name. And simply register. And once you register, you will get an email. And every Monday, you can participate with the anchoring light as much as you would like to. Most people will receive this later. And when this is over, but just know that whenever you can also go on YouTube, and we do put our YouTube on the our meditations. You can sit here. Our meditations on the YouTube channel, and please be sure to go to our YouTube channel. A lot of people from around the world say, how can I get involved? And I'd like to participate or learn. Go to our YouTube channel. We have information there, the Sunday service topics, like with Reverend Robin and Reverend Eric, Reverend Annie. We have the meditations. It's very experiential. It's the same energetics that you can get there, because it's to get out to the world to touch the minds and hearts of people all around the world. So if you miss it, no problem. Just go to our YouTube channel. And also you can sign up for a newsletter, which is on the Cosmic Center website, www.ccosl.com. So I want to talk a little bit about healing. Okay, that's the topic. And I want to bring it up because I myself have, as time goes on, the body does different things, and goodness knows, we all know that we are in an environment that's not, balanced or pure. We're bombarded with, toxins of all kinds, and also, lower energetics and so forth. So our physical body really takes a lot. We are definitely not in the Garden of Eden to where everything was in balance and in beautiful frequency. So, but I want to say that our goal to get back to that Garden of Eden, Adam Kadmon, that balanced, healthy, whole, divine human, is a pathway that we can go on as we go on our spiritual journey. Now, this is the deal. I believe that this is the fundamental deal. You can most certainly be programmed by what the world has to say. The world says, well, you're in this physical body, it starts to fall apart over time. And yeah, we're not here to live forever, for sure. But we don't necessarily have to go through, where the expectation is, well, you got to go on medication. Well, you're going to be in pain. Well, it's almost like that is a program. Okay, you look at, the commercials on TV, there's like 100 different pharmaceutical stuff for you to take for this, that, and the other. And I'm really looking at these people like they might be older, but they even have like young people taking this stuff. I'm like, what's going on with this? Something's not right with this picture. And not to say that there isn't wonderful, intervention of medicines, in the traditional medical community that helps. Okay. And particularly when there's an emergency, if somebody has a gaping wound, you cannot do Reiki on that. You have to get it stitched up. Okay. And hopefully have anesthesia, then do some Reiki. Okay. So it's the balance of everything. It's the balance of everything. And that's the key word, is the balance. So now more than ever, I want to just say, because, some good news. First of all, we did talk about doing the dismantling of negative thought forms. And if you're not familiar, just go back into archives, you hear about it. Not this Sunday, but the Sunday before, we did do another dismantling of negative thought forms. And the Monday prior to that, which was the anchoring light, we also did a dismantling of negative thought forms. And I already did a whole discussion, and you could find it on at some point on the feed on Facebook, for those that are hearing it on Facebook for the first time, that we are co-creators and we have great power. And so those negative thought forms, which come from the lower energies, and those are the ones that, cause, the illusion that humans are separate from each other. That's where, the fear and suffering and so forth and so on. Those are the lower thought forms. But we, the children of light who have not forgotten, saying, there's a higher thought form. Wait a second. And we could tap into that. And not only can we tap into it, we could also assist as the family of light, as the Amisha died. It says, no, we don't want that going on here. We want to stop the wars. We want to stop the fear. We want to stop the suffering. We envision a different humanity and world. The golden age, that's real. Now, how we reach it can be real rocky or easy. I'm all for easy. Okay. And having it easier then is not falling into the traps, okay, of these lower thought forms that keep you in fear and separation, keep you in chaos, all the different institutions and dynamics as to how that's done. And I got to tell you, oh my goodness, I see all the time how humans just fall into that trap. They just fall into the trap. They're angry, they're upset, they're enraged. And that, of course, is those lower thought forms, and those sources where those lower thought forms come from are like, yay, okay, that's what they want because they have an agenda. Okay, and we're part of a very ancient, very, very, very ancient manipulation. That's what I'll say. And so that those of us that are waking up and saying, wait a minute. And so you have like the avatars of light, like Jesus the Christ, the divine Maitreya, and so many avatars of light that says, wait a minute, this is not it. There's just way more, and as Jesus the Christ said, my Father has many mansions. Like, wait a minute, there's paradise worlds. Like, have an ancient cosmic memory where there is peace. There's a sense of like a Shambhala world. I kind of remember that, I think, somehow. And we then start to spark and we remember our cosmic memory, like, oh my gosh, because we do come in with the veil of forgiveness or forgetfulness. And it's that part when we start paying attention to this soul pulse of ours. It's something, even in the beginning, we don't understand what it is, but we don't ignore it. We start to pay attention to it. It brings us along our path. And is it worth it to go on this path? Absolutely 100%. Because one of the things that it does, not only lifting up your consciousness, expanding your awareness, bringing back your power that you hold as a divine being, and holding the similitude of the divine as you walk your personal ascension. Okay. And yes, the path is narrow. Jesus the Christ said that, and that's a fact. When you start understanding the parables or the comments that were said in scriptures from around the world, you're on the right track. You're like, yeah, I know what you mean now. I get it. But there is also the opportunity to transcend the earthly program as to how you're to age, how you're to feel, okay, as time goes by. you could either tap into that, or you could say, wait a minute, there's a higher level of consciousness that I could tap into. And I can start my path of healing. And as you pray for healing, as you really dedicate yourself and say, please, you really get beyond the fear, you stay in your balance, you breathe, you use all your spiritual tools, answers will start coming to you. They will. All of a sudden, like you're just minding your own business, and all of a sudden, magnesium is what happened to me. They said, you need more magnesium. Guess what? I take magnesium now. And that has made a difference. And then, of course, you get, the world gets distracted. There's just so much there where you could go off course. And I went off course a couple of weeks ago, and I made some decisions that were not helpful for my body. And my body let me know in no uncertain terms that it didn't work, because it flared up, an Epstein-Barr virus that I and 98% of the population holds, which is one of the culprits of many, many autoimmune diseases. Okay. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even move. I was brain fog, fatigue, all my muscles hurt. It was really bad. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take a statin or prednisone. I'm going to pray. What do I do? And amazingly, it was divine guidance of different things to do, adjusting my diet, taking certain supplements. But I want to tell you about energetic medicine. Many, 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 many years ago, and I do mean many years ago, I was told intuitively, I was impressed that the only real healing that will take work for me on my physical body is energetic healing. That was a long time ago. That's 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So, I never bothered too much, and I don't usually, I have to wait till the energetic healings come around. Guess what? The energetic healings are here. Now you have your Reiki, and you have many other type of energy healings. You have your spiritual healing and so forth, but there's also a higher level coming in of higher expanded information coming into our scientists. And I want to talk a little bit about Charles Singer, who I call the Atlantean Scientist. He is our local Atlantean scientist because he's all about energetic medicine. And some of you may know about Tachyon. Tachyon is one of those energies that are available to us. And there's a whole story about how Tachyon works, which I have used. I actually used it in Arizona when I was in Arizona with Reverend Annie. And also there are other technologies that are now finally coming on board where they simply tap into frequencies. And guess what? We are frequency. Okay, so there is another profound type of now healing modalities, which a gentleman has invented. It's based on the um, Chinese meridians and all of that information, coupled with technology, where it's sort of AI, but it's programmed a certain way. And how this works, and it does have impact, is strictly through the person doesn't have to be there. You have to put down your name, like your full name or your date of birth automatically, because what? Energy follows thought. So automatically the thought of that person will start to get the energy programmed into this software, and it has an impact. And then you could take things, okay, and I don't have my shawl, but anyway, that's okay. I have it at home. And tachonize them. In other words, now we are coming into energy medicine, energy medicine. And so what you want to do is keep open, first of all, that healing can take place. We are now at a point where we can even have karmic release. Karmic release. You pray for karmic release. I am now ready to be in the fullness and wholeness of who I am. It doesn't matter what my age is or what my circumstances is or how I may have come into this world, disability or no disability. None of that matters. You're transcending now into a higher spiritual thought form of healing. And when you do, and you stay balanced and you pay attention, the information comes to you as well as you attract it into your life. That's a fact. So the first thing I say is always, always know that healing is out there. Keep the faith. No matter how you may be feeling, you could decide to say, you know what, I am truly praying for divine intervention for me to be healthier and whole. And whatever programming I may have, in my subconscious or conscious mind about the possibility of that happening, I am now removing. I am open to all the miracles and blessings that come to me now. And my expectation is that it 100% is going to happen because it does. There's many of us who are experiencing this. And I always say, as you get older, you get better. That's a fact. And so, with that beautiful family of light, I will close. I'll say namaste to our Facebook Live family of light. See you next time.